Chicago, and we are back again on a fantastic sucker-free Sunday. And it is my hopes that you are having a sucker-free day as well. The sun is magnificent, the weather is magnificent, and you too should be magnificent with a smile on your face, full of energy from the SUN. Many people have waited for this time, the summer, and the summer is here. What are you going to be doing this summer? Some Chicagoans are having fun at the NASCAR Fest downtown, running down Lakeshore Drive, okay? It's an experience for many. However, I know that the CTA and the RTA made a lot of money within the last 2 days because there's no parking. There's a lot of no parking nowhere where you normally used to park at. There's no parking downtown in those areas. Columbus Drive, Lakeshore Drive, hell, Michigan Avenue, where really you can't park on Michigan Avenue, no way. So there's a whole lot of luck for you that's not there. So CTA has made a lot of money. Maybe they can fill up that budget gap that they got going on in the city. But other things are going on in the city as well. Like at Millennium Park, for all of July, they're having movies at the park. They're having different movies every day from the 1st of July all the way to the end of July. So if you and your family want to go outside and experience movies in the park at Millennium Park, downtown Chicago, go out there and have a BALL. Just be careful because you got those bandits out there now. You got some bandit people, some bad people among the good people. But however, we are hoping that the good will overtake the bad. But it's not looking good for the good, okay? Hey, why is it not looking good, Mo? Because all of the robberies and deaths that are taking place here in Chicago. We just had a mass shooting over the weekend. Thus far, 30 people shot and 4 dead. And River North is getting crazy with their deaths. However, the death that's on the south side of Chicago. Hey, how you doing out there? Peace to everybody in the chat room. I want to thank you for being here because you could have been somewhere else doing something else with someone else. So we want to thank you for being here. We tip our hat to you and we appreciate you. But all of these deaths that are continuing in Chicago. Now, these deaths here were not from a drive-by shooting. No, people just walking up to people and shooting them down in the street like life has no value at all. Like they have lost their common sense. Like they are on the brink of destruction against anyone that they see. Anyone in their path is getting it. And you don't know when is it coming or who's going to bring it to you or why. People have just gone bananas in Chicago. So be careful while you're down there at that NASCAR race and that the family movie event all month that's taking place here at Millennium Park. Well, I'm not in Millennium Park right now, but however, you know what I mean. A young lady was shot and killed, shot in the throat. 1000 block of North Laverne, River North area. What's going on? Crazy. Not River North, but the west side. Not River North, but the west side. We'll get to River North in a minute because downtown has gone crazy too. People can't even come outside. Do you live in a place or an environment where you can't come outside, where you don't feel safe? Do you? Are you one of those people who talk about the police and then call the police when something happens? Are you that person? Would you have been the person recording some camera footage while a man got hit in the head, a 56-year-old man got hit in the head after an altercation on the platform, the CTAL, RTAL platform, right here on Clark and Lake. Would you be a witness? Would you have your camera out? What would you have done? And this man has died. And the police does have a suspect in custody. Now, if they have the right person in custody, shame on you. Shame on you for having no conflict resolution skills. Why is it that our first act of reasoning would be to pick up a gun and shoot someone and then kill them and then rob them? What's the reasoning of that? Are we the only people in America, meaning black people, are the only people who participate in our own self-destruction on a large scale? On a large scale. Now you have gangsters in many nations of a people. Chinese, for example. Go to San Francisco and check out the Chinese mob in San Francisco and tell me that there has not been gang wars, Chinese related, whereas they've killed each other. But they're not killing each other. They're just not walking up to you every day and shooting you. No, it has to be a reason, right? Business is what they call it. However, they are not killing each other the way we are killing each other. You got Arab gangs over there in the East. Yeah, they Arab gangs. You can call them organizations, but they're gangs. And they fight among themselves and they kill themselves like everybody else. But we here in America, we black people do it on such a large level and then complain about when the police kill us. What sense are we making to ourselves? Can't go outside, can't go to work, can't go in Burger King. Burger King getting busy, just like, what's that place in North Carolina? The Waffle House. The Waffle House, because the Waffle House always got it going on. And I don't care if it's in North Carolina. I don't care where the Waffle House is at, Louisiana. The Waffle House always got some action going on somewhere in that South. I'm just saying. Be careful there too. It is absolutely insane. Makes no sense and makes some people afraid to come outside. But as I told you in a prior video, if you are a sheep, stay inside. Because there are a lot of wolves out here that's looking for some sheep. Looking to rob them. Just like they did the 14-year-old man, the 14-year-old teenager robbed over here on Roosevelt and Central Park. You know, down there by Rothschild's Liquor. Yeah. According to the reports, you had one suspect who was caught, 18 years old, by the name of Denario Brown. Robbed the young man of his iPhone, his gym shoes, and his sweatshirt. The other suspects got away. They were found running into a building on the 3600 block of Crenshaw, okay? Crenshaw, not Crenshaw, but Crenshaw, right off of Roosevelt, okay? But needless to say, some justice was done right away to Denario Brown, one of the victims who were caught. Because as soon as the 14-year-old teenager was stuck up, robbed for a phone, for his gym shoes, for his sweatshirt. What is this, back in the 80s, man? In the 70s? Like, come on. Step up. Step your game up. Why are you robbing a 14-year-old? He ain't got no money. But you know what? Y'all robbed the wrong one, because his grandmother stayed right down the street. And according to recorded video footage, they saw the 14-year-old running away with no shoes on. But when he got there, he told some relatives while his grandmama called the police. And do you know, some of those relatives went vigilante and went and tracked down Denario Brown and beat him down to the white meat like they should have. Should we do that now? Should we rely on the police? Hey, to more people that's out there in the chat, I can't see you because of a sun glare. I really can't see you, but I'll try here. Can't do it. But anyway, I want to thank you all for being here because you could have been somewhere else with someone else doing something else. But you decided to stop by to see what we had to say, and we thank you, and we tip our hat to you. The violence in Chicago has got to stop. And I'm glad that Denario Brown got beat down. And as I stated before I sent those shots out to the people in the chat room, do you think that we as citizens should take it upon ourselves to become our own vigilantes versus waiting on the police? But there's a downside to this thing because you can get shot and you can get killed. And many people are not ready for that, but they're ready for the police to do it. People are ready for the police to patrol their communities and so-called protect their communities. But when it all goes down, the very same people have some problem with the way that the police are doing their business. You all think about that. Maybe it's time for us to self-police our own community. Right now, I'm in a place where there's no police. I'm in a police zone. Yeah, where I'm at. And it's a secret location, but there's no police nowhere. None. You maybe have some, maybe 30 miles down the road or something. But there's no police where I'm at. That's the way that we should live as a people. But seeing that we have a lot of stupid people out there or here in America, we can't do that. I remember back in the day when we used to leave our doors open. Remember the screens door that you had? You had the little latch on it, and then you had the door. Our parents used to leave the doors open. Our neighbors, if we were doing wrong, yeah, they would spank us and then tell our parents. So that's more discipline when it gets to the parents, because you shouldn't have been doing what you was doing anyway. And there was no disrespect to the elders at all. The elders don't get respect today. The fall of a nation, and it's just not white people, it's black people, it's Chinese people, Puerto Rican people, blue, green, purple, whatever you are in the crayon box. You have many young people that's disrespecting all type of elderly people across America. How do you expect to learn anything, especially when you don't read, when these elders got all of the wisdom that you need, but you discount them, don't value them? Life has no value to you. And I'm talking to all of you real dudes that like to cut off people television sets, disconnect them. That's right, cut off their energy, making them non-kinetic. Some people out there and then go home and eat a bowl of cereal. I'm just saying, what would you do if one of those victims, like for real, because this happens to many people every single day, but when it comes to you and your turn, what would you do if somebody killed your mama? What would you do if somebody just out there killing your daddy, robbing your mama, robbing your daughter, robbing your aunt, even your neighbor? What would you do? Would you stand up and say something? Would you help the police find the culprit through taking video footage? Would you get on your phone and call 911? Or would you be one of those who just sits back and does nothing and watch it all unfold? Not helping the situation at all, but will walk over that same person who's laying on the ground or on the platform, bleeding out of their head, dead. What would you do? Would you help them? Would you not help them? Or would you rob them? Hell, here in Chicago, if you're laying in the street and you dead, there's a great possibility that you're going to have people ruffling through your pockets while you lay there. And what they don't understand is that is a robbery from a dead person. But they think he's just dead. You're robbing a dead man. which means you should get a dead man's time forever, meaning cut off your life, rob you of your time and value of life by placing you on alligator Alcatraz. I'm just saying, place you on alligator Alcatraz, especially if you got like 34 felonies like Donald Trump. I'm just saying, right? But all of this has got to stop, but it's not going to stop because it's going to get worse before it gets better. With all of the budget cuts, with all of the people who lost their jobs, millions of people, with all of the people who's getting cut off Medicaid, there is no hope in sight for a better future. Once again, there is no hope in sight for a better future. You're best to have your own plan. You're best to have some money saved and not in the bank. Have it in your house somewhere. And I know a lot of people out there who have safes in their home. That's the first place the bandits are going to look at for your safe. Hide it someplace else. I'm just saying. Just food for thought with that one, okay? Just food for thought for that one. And speaking of money, I had to get this in because it's in correlation with what I'm saying, and then I get back to the topic here. There was this woman in New York City, because we're talking about money, who won in Queens at the, I forget it. Anyway, the Queen Casino, right? Where the horse track racing is at, where Nas is investing money at. She won over $13,000, but walked away with $1,400 because of taxes. Taxes that she owed, state and federal, and some money that she had received for public assistance. They took all of that back. They took it all, B-A-C-K, except $1,400. So for all of you people who like to go to the casino and you win a large sum of money, make sure you don't owe the state nothing. And if you do, make sure you're able to swallow what you owe, because you're not getting all what you think you're getting when you win if you owe. But if you're in the clear where you get all of your money, no problem. But if you owe, you got to release the dough. But anyway, back to the robberies, right? Robbing children should be a felony. I mean, a serious felony. Like, even if they didn't use a gun or a knife, robbing a child should really be a serious offense. You should treat that like sexual assaulting a child. Now, Mr. Dumbman, Denario Brown, got to do some time in the jail. And let's hope when he get out that the same goons who got him won't get him again, because they'll be waiting for him to get out. Just because of the fact that you want to rob a 14-year-old kid. I mean, they picked the kid up, like it was a piece of paper, but the kid, like punched dude in the face. But that's when all the other three just did him in, He didn't have a chance. And most victims don't have a chance because they are unprepared, not even looking for it. So if you are a female, make sure it's a bunch of you all. If you're a male, make sure it's a bunch of you all. They have these young guys right now riding around in a gray Infiniti Q50, just robbing people, all in West Town. They hit this one lady in the morning on Carroll Street, the 1400 block. Then they hit another gentleman 2 blocks away on the 1200 block of North Carroll. Then they go over here on Blackhawk Street. Yeah, right off Division and Blackhawk. Hit somebody up there. Hit somebody on the 1800 block of Weed Street. That's 4 places. They hit like 5, 6, 7 different places, all within the same day. all within the same day. And it is video camera recorded caught when they approached, they pulled in front of a vehicle. Two of the robbers got out, ran to both sides of the car, demanded the iPhone passcode and whatever else goods you got. One lady got pistol whipped for her phone and her purse. Robbing somebody is one thing, okay? But when you have to pistol whip them, when you have to further insult the damages, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. If you rob somebody, a simple robbery, okay, nobody got hurt, you still alive, but it's still messed up that the person had to do that to you. That's what most people do when they're on drugs, okay? They rob other people. Or when they thirsty and they see no way out, they rob people. It's not good, but you don't have to kill them in the process, man. When you kill them, you get more time when you get caught. Stupid. Y'all think about that. We have to change the way we live, change the way we think, change the way we act, even change the way we eat. Change the way we eat. When you eat differently, you will conduct yourself differently. That's an actual scientific fact. That's not even up for debate whatsoever. That's not up for debate. And I tell you, it is nice being in a free police zone where you are around people who don't need the police. That's what I'm talking about. Living around people who don't need the police because they are the police. That's what I'm talking about. What about you? Would you like to live like that? It's a whole different type of lifestyle, but it's worth it. And you can get a lot of things done in regards to focusing on yourself. 100. That's my time for right now, you all. However, if you are looking into getting into audiobook series, or if you are into more history, go to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, and that includes traveling. Yes, traveling on MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE. And find the likes of Stolen Legacy. And speaking of those Stolen Legacy, we have one more hour to edit. And, you know, it's history after that. But we got that. Didn't get a chance to upload that and edit that last night because you see where I'm at, in a place where there's no police. But needless to say, you got Stolen Legacy over there. You have Black Man of the Nile and his family. You have the message to the Black Man of America. You have the fall of America. You have the demonology of King James. You have the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca. You have the destruction of Black civilization. You have from Babylon to Timbuktu. You have the miseducation of the Negro. You have the world's 16 crucified saviors and a whole list of other mad videos that's mad informative to your BRAIN 100. If you are open-minded and you're into learning more, go over to that channel and check out those audiobook series and those videos. Yes. And while watching that channel, you will find out that we travel everywhere. Take a ride with us to the Georgia Guidestones before they destroy them. Take a ride with us to the 1,000 Garden of the Buddhas. Garden of the 1,000 Buddhas. Take a ride with me to Mount Rushmore. Take a ride with me to the Garden of the Gods. Take a ride with me to the Mo Pop Museum in Seattle. Take a ride with me to the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee. Take a ride with me to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. Take a ride with me down to none other than Louisiana at Mardi Gras. Take a ride with me. Went to see what it was like. And I tell you, it's absolutely crazy. It's like going to a Roman party back in the day when everybody would be in the street naked. I'm not a big fan of that. I've never went back to it. Don't ever want to do that again. But you'll find that over there, okay? On MOPOWERZ, we go to Snow Canyon in Utah. We go to Red Rock Canyon in Arizona. We go to Fire of the Valley. We go all over the place. Get yourself over there. York, Maine, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and DC, right in front of the White House. Go over to MOPOWERZ, and you'll find out where I went to George Washington's former house, where he held the slaves at. Him and Thomas Jefferson. Him and Thomas Jefferson. Okay? Yeah, right there in Philadelphia. Take a ride with us. And if you are into Chicago, anything like old school hip hop, R&B, gangster rap, spoken word, comedy, Chicago street clips, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And find the likes of Dion Cole, Diane Porter, Reggie Reg, Snoop, Quintella, Shari Shari, Dura Banks, Crucial Conflict, Twister, Triple Darkness, Mecca, Mano, The Nomads, Big Taz, Official Business, Affiliated Fellas, and a whole lot of other people. And Killer Bloodline. We got a lot over there. And Galactic Boy Entertainment. Had to send that shout out to Galactic Boy Entertainment. But anyway, you all, do that, and on your way out the door, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments, the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out and never give up on your DREAMS.